Carroll Broadcasting Sports presents high school volleyball action.
And good evening, everybody, and a welcome out here to Carroll High School as you're listening to the Mackey Motors at Tailgate, brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Jeff Blankman and Jeff Honnold with you here tonight as the Carroll Tigers have their home opener here tonight as they're hosting the Winterset Huskies in the opener in the Raccoon River Conference. And yes, Mr. Honnold, you're looking at me like you got something to say.
I'm impressed. You did that opener without even reading it or anything. It's like you memorized it or something. Wow. That's pretty good for an old guy like you.
Mackey Motors has been the sponsor
I know.
for a long, long time.
I was actually going through the promo in my head as well as you were doing it.
And we do appreciate Mackey Motors as one of the many sponsors that we've got. Jeff, Carroll coming off. Before we start, let's take a moment here. We were just talking here a moment ago. You see everybody here pretty much tonight wearing something Iowa Hawkeye related.
Yellow for sure. Gold is what the signature
and
was.
It's for Bailey Lux.
Yeah.
And you and I were talking. Such a sad deal. We both know the family really well. Craig's helped me on the radio, helped me with my basketball clinics that I used to run. Brett filmed for us and helped us on the radio. They're friends of ours. I've covered all of those kids, as they were through high school. I know you're tight with the family as well.
Sweet girl.
Thoughts and prayers to the family and everybody.
Those that don't know, succumbed to cancer, fought really hard. I actually when she went out to Vegas and got to see Kate Martin and who else was? Oh, it was Caitlin. When Kate Martin were there, I actually got to talk to her on the phone and tell her all the cool stuff to do, like go down the gondola rides and KJ knew that I knew Vegas, unfortunately, pretty well, so I was telling her the cool stuff to go do, and what a neat kid, and lived that life out, this last few months, but lived it out really well and fought hard, and prayers to the family, and glad the struggle's over, but we're going to miss her. She was a fun kid to have around.
Yeah, so really cool to see all of the yellow. I will be honest, I did not know they were doing that. I said something.
Oh, you're a Husker fan. We gave you a break because you guys aren't very smart, but. If you look at the coaches, they all have a yellow ribbon, and the staff
the players
and everybody.
Were wearing them earlier.
They've got
as well.
actually ribbons in their hair, golden ribbons in their hair, and all for Bailey. And really neat when you think about it. It's across town, but it's still one big happy family. And again, KJ and the family, we wish you all the best. And they know that all they have to do is ask, and we're all there for them. So it's sad, but glad to see now that she's at peace.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, thoughts and prayers go out to the entire Lux family. Jeff, let's talk a little volleyball right now. The Carroll Tigers sitting at 5-1 on the year. They went down to a tough Harlan tournament over the weekend, knocked off Trainer, knocked off St. Albert, knocked off Underwood, knocked off Missouri Valley. They go 5-1 down there. They only lost a highly ranked Glenwood team who could be one of the favorites, along with
and they pushed them in game 3 as well.
Yeah, and actually pushed them in game 2 as well.
Yeah.
Led that one 13-6 at one point before dropping that second set. But this is a team that seems like they've come together pretty well here. We're going to find out a lot more here tonight.
Yeah, we kept saying all of last year they weren't that far off. They were losing, and they were losing close matches, but they weren't that far off. Just some minor things, a little changes here, little changes there. I thought they'd be really good. They were athletic. They're very, very athletic team, smart. They just couldn't quite get over the hump. Sounds like things are coming together, and you got a new coaching staff down there, which helps new voices, and you got old lawn dog Monty Miller down there. He's forgot more about volleyball than most of us remember, and then, Riley with that new blood, that new energy, and being a setter understands where things need to go. So you got basically two setters on the floor with Lonnie and Riley, and that really helps.
Yeah, and Riley brings a lot of energy. Very passionate. She talked about that in our preseason interview, is the fact that she played here. She always wanted to come back and coach here. She is a Carroll Tiger through and through, and you're going to see that energy and that love come through with the way she coaches. They're going to be challenged tonight, though. Winterset, a team that they split with a year ago, comes in at 6-3 on the season, 1-0 in the Raccoon River Conference. They defeated Gilbert in their conference matchup here just the other day. So this is a team that looks to maybe be improved from last season as well.
Yeah, it looks like I just watched the warm-ups. They got a couple hitters on the outside that look like they strike the ball pretty well. I always contend you can learn a lot by watching the freshmen in the JV. That's usually the styles that the teams want to play with. And what I saw was a lot of effort. I don't know how you call it, junk ball. Don't let the ball hit the ground, but get it over the other side of the net and just try to keep it like long rally. Try to have the other team make a mistake rather than putting the pressure on them. this keep the ball alive type of mentality. And Carroll, if they take some, they can take that and use that in their favor. If you can get those balls just coming over the net easy, and you turn that free ball into a point and treat it like a turnover and cram it down the throat really fast. Riley is good at that. We did a lot of drills on that, and she knows them. So I look for that to happen tonight. If Winterset plays that style, look for Carroll to be really aggressive trying to get that ball over in a hurry.
We'll step away, take a break, back with more of our Mackey Motors at Tailgate coming up next right here on Kick 106.7.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Hi, this is Michelle from Midwest Wholesale. Kitchen cabinets by Birch Manufacturing are built to inspire. We believe that every kitchen tells a story, which is why these cabinets align with your home's beauty. We offer a variety of different finishes, wood selections, along with accessories to create a customized style. And here at Midwest Wholesale, we've been designing cabinets for so many years and designed thousands of kitchens, bathrooms, and mudrooms in our area. Trust the experts with Kitchens Plus by Birch and Midwest Wholesale. How you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Thank you for calling Brinks Exteriors. This is Allie.
Hi, we recently had a tree fall on our house, and I'd like to get an estimate on roof damage.
Sure, we offer free on-site consultations for all our services.
Great. While I have you, could you refer me to someone who can replace a drafty window?
Brinks does windows too, with high-quality Energy Star products.
What if we'd like to replace our siding?
Brinks has you covered.
Gutters? Doors?
Our name says it all. Brinks Exteriors is your headquarters for all things exterior, from start to finish.
Call 712-ROOF-PRO or visit BrinksExteriors.com.
When it comes to sports injuries and pain, call the specialist at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning. Dr. Suppy and Dr. Janning work closely with area athletes and teams in providing effective treatment and rehabilitation of sports-related injuries. For optimal sports performance, call Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, 792-6026. Or stop by their clinic at 1420 Highway 71 North in Carroll. Proud sponsors of all area teams.
Welcome you back here on Kick 106.7. You're listening to the Mackey Motors Tailgate, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Check them out online as well at MackeyMotors.com. We are coming to you live here as well from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff, the Tigers playing without one of their top returners from last year, and Olivia Rowetter. Hopefully she's getting a chance to listen tonight.
Oh, you better be sick tonight, because I came out here just to see you.
Yeah, she's a little bit under the weather tonight.
On her birthday, too.
Yes, but I did not know that. Happy birthday, so hopefully she gets feeling better soon. But this is still a team that's got a lot of girls that they can lean on. Caitlin Aiden missed most of last year with some back issues, but she's back and healthy and playing really well right now. And Aaliyah Ayala last year as a freshman came on as the season went on. I really like Amanda Wardell's athleticism in the middle as well, not just as a hitter, but as a blocker. But just those three young ladies up front give them some girls that can go up and really make good contact.
Well, Wardell just made me go, wow, because she did a thumbs-down cut to the corner, so you don't see it very often. You know, you learn a lot during hitting lines, warm-up, and you know, there was a couple girls that hit the ball well for Winterset, and they're over there watching really close. But Carroll has a lot of girls hitting hard and hitting all kinds of shots. One, that gets into the girls' heads. If I was Winterset, I think I'd walk them away right now because they don't need to see that. But two, you look at Carroll, the confidence. I mean, everybody seems to be hitting well and hard and getting after it, and that's a good sign. Just in warm-ups, I find that, you know, you kind of watch it. Now, the back row girls are getting abused over there. That's a little tough on their psyche, but, you know, if you can dig some of these up, it's good for you. So, you know, it's a really good sign right now for Carroll that they look confident and really not overwhelmed by being the first home match.
Well, and with Olivia out tonight, you get, you know, players like Chloe Cook and Kyra Hosenfeld, younger players that, I mean, Chloe's in the regular rotation, but they may get more looks tonight and more swings.
Well, and you're looking at a very, very, very talented young group.
Yes.
I mean, they've got a group of sophomores that's really talented on top of it. So there's a lot of push going on. You know, and anytime you can get really good players like they have in the gym together now practices are hard. That's what I think was missing for a while. They didn't have enough girls to make practice really competitive. Now they've got a big group of core girls that really can push each other in practice, and that's when you get really good.
You mentioned the back row, led by Marison Whitrock, the 5'5" senior libero. She's going to have to pace them here tonight in the back row. You're going to have some girls that are playing all the way around, but Aubrey Drake has seen some more time this year. McKenna Schwertfeger also has done a nice job for them. Back row's key. When you and I did club, it was back row was kind of the main focus and stuff. And when you coached here at Carroll High, you focused a lot on that back row. So what do we need to see from them tonight against what you saw from Winterset in their hitting lines?
Well, actually I saw it more in their gameplay. They're really kind of just getting the ball over, which tends to be the center of the court, and slow. So if that's the case, I'm going to start out my base defense, but I'm going to probably try to squeeze my left back in a little bit towards the center of the court, and the more they do it, the more I'm going to move it in there. Start normal, but as soon as the ball's ready to serve, or played, I'm going to move her in. Most coaches, most players will never see it.
Right.
They'll be standing in the middle of the court, and they're going to roll the ball over to what we call the donut, the center of the floor where nobody's ever at, and I'm going to have her standing there, and it's just going to virtually be a free ball. I'm going to run that right back down their throat as fast as I can run it. Treat every ball coming over the net that comes over soft like it's a turnover, a free ball, and just try to convert. So how many points, we used to stack that, how many points did I get off a free ball? How many points did I get off of that turnover? And if I can convert those, because there's, 3 phases of this game, that's one of them, serving's one of them, hitting, and then the overall defense. So to me, that's a phase of the game that if you can win that, that's one phase that I don't have to worry about. So I had defense and I had free balls. If I can win 2 out of those 3, I take my chances on the hitting if I was just good.
Emily Puck moving into the center role this year. Got off to a really good start over the weekend. When you've got a lot of hitters, you kind of find who's hot, you feed them, you kind of figure out what the defense is doing. What's the keys for her tonight?
Not make Lonnie and Riley mad. You got 2 setter coaches. Don't make them mad. Set your feet. I mean, the biggest part of setting is I don't care what body position you're in, but when you're there, you have to stop so that you don't push the ball either direction. So stop your feet and get set. So to me tonight is to make sure she doesn't get too anxious, too nervous, get stopped, and get that ball set out there where your hitters can get it.
Let's take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. First of all, for the Winterset Huskies under head coach Callie Schultz. They come in again 6-3 on the year, currently right now 1-0 in the Raccoon River Conference. And just in their last 5 games, Jeff, they lost to a very good Denver program that is ranked. Also knocked off 4th-ranked Wapsie Valley in a tournament 2-0. So that's a good win for them. Defeated Gilbert 2-0, knocked off Des Moines Roosevelt 2-1, and lost to Kent Holstead in Indianola by a score of 2-1. So they'll come in again playing well. They're going to be starting a 5'10 freshman in Kaya Cochran, a 5'3 senior in Callie Welsh, a 5'10 junior in Grace Anderson, a 5'9 senior in Zoe Breeding, a 5'11 sophomore in Dottie Reed, a 5'6 sophomore in Clara Seiler, and their libero is a 5'5 sophomore in McKenna Olson. For the Carroll Tigers, under head coach Riley Ludwig, again, they come in 5-1 on the year. This is the home opener as well as the Raccoon River Conference opener for them. Their only matches so far this year was down at the Harlan tournament over the weekend. They beat Underwood 2-0, beat Harlan 2-0, knocked off Trainer 2-1, beat St. Albert 2-0, and fell to a ranked Glenwood team 2-0. That's a final score there. For the Tigers, they are going to be starting a 5'5 senior in Marison Whitrock as their libero, 5'7 senior in Emily Puck, a 5'7 junior in Aubrey Drake, a 5'11 senior in Caitlin Aiden, a 5'8 sophomore in Analia Ayala, and a 6-foot sophomore in Chloe Cook, along with a 5'11 junior in Amanda Wardell. Jeff, any final thoughts here?
Yeah, just you're going over those teams that they played, and that's their style. The ball, keep the ball alive, get the ball over. Long rallies, hope the other team makes mistakes. So that does not surprise me that they'll play that style and stay with a lot of teams tonight. So that's what Carroll has to remind themselves of, that get the quick points. Those long rallies are going to be hard. It's hard to not make a mistake in those.
So I got to ask you, are you trying to take over and take after Eric Noggle with you're walking around chewing on a sucker here tonight? That's Noggle's thing.
Well, Noggle's gone, so somebody has to do it.
We'll step away for our national anthem. We'll be back with First Serve between the Carroll Tigers and the Huskies of Winterset. You're listening to the Mackey Motors Tailgate here, brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive. At Mackey Motors in Lake City, check them out online as well at MackeyMotors.com. Back right after this on Kick 106.7.
This is Don Neary from Avila Bank. Everyone at Avila Bank wishes the student athletes success in their endeavors. We know to make a winning team, you need to put in the work, and that's what we'll do at Avila. We'll work to make sure your farm or business has the best financial opportunities available. We want to take the stress out of banking, allowing you to focus on what matters and what you love. Whether you own a business or own a farm, we're here to help you identify ways you can achieve your goals, and we will work hard to make sure you achieve financial success. After all, your success is our success. Avila Bank, member FDIC.
Equal housing lender. Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you're looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest.
Hi, this is J.R. Mayhall, insurance agent and realtor with Gredeman & Associates. We're excited to announce Eric Bass and Nate Gredeman have joined our team. Eric has numerous years of experience in both insurance and real estate, and we're excited that Nate has moved back and brought his wealth of knowledge of commercial real estate to our team, and he also has his insurance license. It's a very challenging time in both real estate and insurance, and we are here to help you. Gredeman & Associates, Highway 30 here in Carroll.
Hi, this is Dr. Mulbauer from McFarland Clinic in Carroll. If you are expecting a baby, our family medicine department is here to help you every step of the way. Our physicians provide prenatal care and services, childbirth, and postpartum care. Your McFarland Clinic family medicine physicians can perform C-sections and VBACs during delivery. Call our family medicine office at 712-792-1500 or visit our website at mcfarlandclinic.com for more information. McFarland Clinic Carroll, here for you and your growing family.
From bump, set, spike to the crack of the bat, at Motor Inn of Carroll, we love our high school sports, and we love the opportunity to support our local schools, athletes, coaches, and parents. Through the hard work of our kids, we get the enjoyment of watching and listening to their activities. Other life lessons, like teamwork and citizenship, help create outstanding young women and men we are so proud to sponsor. Good luck to all of our local sports teams. From Motor Inn of Carroll.
UTVs have been around for over 20 years, but they're still evolving, and with them now being legal on Iowa roads, usage has evolved as well. Whether you're commuting to work, gravel traveling with friends, or hitting the most beautiful riding spots in the country, Olson's Outdoor Power has the right Polaris, Can-Am, or Kawasaki for you. On top of that, we have the turn signals, mirrors, and tires to make your UTV more comfortable and safer. Stop by today at Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop, with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Live here on the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman along with Jeff Honnold.
The only thing worse than hearing your voice once is having it backbeat into my ear a second time.
Yeah, with the new equipment, we get an echo sound through our headset, so I got to control that, but I leave it on just so that I make sure we're still going on.
I understand what you're doing, but hearing your voice twice is bad.
I'm sure the listeners are really in trouble tonight because they got both you and I.
I would hang up.
Yes,
I'd be turning it off. But.
Yes, so yeah, Jeff and Jeff squared, or what was the old term that they
Jeff
used
squared.
to use?
I think that's what Becca used to call it.
Yep. So Lonnie Miller again, along with Riley Ludwig on the staff for the Carroll Tigers. The other assistant coaches, of course, is Kim Renning, Becca Steffen, and then again Lonnie Miller and Molly Lang, the assistants. Riley Ludwig, the head coach for the Winterset Huskies. They are coached again by Callie Schultz. She is assisted by Mariah Benoit, Jamie Jackson, and Cortland Ellis. And Cortland spent some time up at South Central Calhoun, so got a chance to know him when he was up there. It is going to be Winterset having first serve here tonight. They are going to be going left to right across your radio dial, and they'll serve things up with a 5'3" senior in Callie Welch. First serve taken to the back right by Drake. The puck will track it down. Back row, a free ball across, and it's going to be out of bounds. Caitlin Aiden, a little miscommunication there, Jeff, as the Tigers didn't know who was taking that third ball.
Yeah, and it started with that pass. I mean, we were falling out of it, not just taking it. Got to relax. Little nerves, I think, for home opener.
Welsh again with a serve. Backwards again by Drake. Tracked down this time by Aiden. Whitrock will free ball it across. It'll be at Welsh. They'll get it up into the front to Seidler. Left side attack, and that is going to be off of Breeding. The Tigers will free ball it across with a Cook. Seidler again with the set over to Breeding. Touch to the net. Played up in the back row by Aiden. Over to Puck. Left side Ayala. Cross court.
Nice
That'll drop in. And you heard Jeff say there a very nice cut by Analia Ayala.
They were playing her cross court soft, down line hard, and she cut it right to the corner, right corner of the net, where nobody was at. Nice spot.
Harrison Whitrock will go to serve. Serve comes up back middle. Played up into the air by Anderson. They'll work it over on the right side to Reed. Dug by Aiden. Whitrock sets it up now for Ayala. Cross court. That one's going to go wide. And Winterset has taken the 2-1 lead. And right now, Jeff, Carroll struggling to get it to Puck in good shape.
Yeah, they're having trouble with the serve receive right now. They need to be leaning forward. Right now, they're falling backwards. Just take that ball and pass it on up.
Serve coming up here for Dottie Reed. Serve on the way. Played by Aiden back left. That's a nice serve receive to Puck. Into the middle to Wardell, and there's a big swing for Wardell. She'll pick up the kill. That is her first of the night. Puck picks up another assist. And we are tied now at 2-2, our second tie here in this first set.
Yeah, once they made that pass and got in system, it's easy kill for them. So need to stay in system, get those good passes.
McKenna Shortfeger will check in. She'll serve back middle, played up into the air by Welsh. Seiler goes left side. The attack from Anderson down the line wide. And the Carroll Tigers have grabbed their first lead here at 3-2. That's our first lead change in this first set.
And those few touches that Carroll has gotten on the ball now is really messing with the Winterset hitters that are trying to roll the ball around them.
Shortfeger again with the serve back middle, and that is going to be an ace serve off of Welsh. 4-2 in favor of the Tigers. Nice serve that time by McKenna, the senior. She'll serve again. It's always nice if you can get on long service runs.
Oh, I love long service runs.
Serve on the way,
Makes
down
you look
the
really
line.
smart as a coach.
Played up into the air that time by Hall. They'll work it left side. Anderson again. Going to hit behind that one. Jeff, did she leave early? Or did she hit the ball behind her?
The set was back towards her, so a little of both. She left a little early, but the set was towards her head. So, again, Carroll's been doing a lot of work at the net. It's really starting to show.
Deep serve, and that time Welsh able to leave that one go. And you heard Jeff, nice aggressive serve on that one. Yes,
I like that. Little long, but you know she actually caught a wind. It was a floater, so she caught a wind gust and kind of moved it on over. But nice spot.
Serve on the way that time by Seidler.
Nice.
Play up at the net. Puck battling that time along with Anderson. Anderson going to win the battle. And Winterset with two straight has pulled within 5-4. Is heading back to the service line again is Seidler.
There must be a little draft going to the other side of the net because that was a good pass. It just kind of drifted.
Puck over to Aiden. Big swing off the left side. That's going to be off of Welsh. And Caitlin Aiden with her first kill. Third assist of the night for Emily Puck. And the Tigers back up by 2 here, 6-4. Drake will check out. Hosenfeld, Kyra will check in the lineup for the Tigers. And Emily Puck will head back to the service line for Carroll. Serve on the way. That one will sail deep.
Yeah, she's got to stop. She's got way too much momentum coming up there, and then she hits it. She's trying to get a little bit too much steam on there. Lonnie will work on that. They'll get that stopped. She's got to stop those arms if she wants to hit that float.
There's a deep serve. That one is going to be played by Aiden. Now work it left side. Hosenfeld will free ball it across. Bump set this time by Olsen over the left side. Attacking is Acton. Puck over to Hosenfeld off the right side. Barely got it across. Went short with it. And now Acton will free ball it across. Schwarzenegger trying to dive and come up with it. Unable to do so. And we are tied for the third time here tonight. Tied now at 6-6.
Yeah, they got caught that time. They didn't hustle back to base when that ball went over the net. And they got caught on that quickie free ball back over.
And Jeff, I talk about getting to base all the time. What's the importance of that?
It's just like being in your position. I mean, you got to be in your spot. There's a reason why we put people in those spots. That's where the ball likes to go. So you got to get back to that original spot where you got to be. So it's 3 ladies up at the net, 2 kind of back behind the 10-foot line and 1 deep, and you got to be ready to go because that's where the ball's going.
A serve that time by Acton has put Winterset back up 7-6. She'll attack back right again. Aiden on the serve receive over to Puck. Over to Hosenfeld. Free balls it to the donut. Played up into the air by Anderson. They'll come right side to Acton. That's going to sail deep. And we are tied at 7-7, our fourth tie here in this first set.
The only thing I don't like about this, Carroll's not being aggressive here. They're free balling a lot of stuff over. They're getting lucky because they're mishitting, but Carroll is a lot better when they're the aggressor.
Amanda Wardell now with the serve. That'll be it, played by Acton back left. They'll quick set in the middle to Anderson, and she's going to pick up the kill. We had a net violation. Going to go on the Tigers anyway. But Winterset back up by one here. It scores 8-7.
Yeah, and that time as you look at the base is spread out too far to the outsides. None of those girls are hitting it that wide. You need to squeeze it in a little bit on both sides of that.
Olsen again with the serve. Wittrock with the serve receiving the back. They'll come up to puck. Left side to Hosenfeld. And Kyra Hosenfeld, the sophomore, picks up the kill. That is going to be her first as she tools it out of bounds. 8-8
off
now
the hand.
Score, and that's going to tie things up at 5-5.
What a shot, though. She aimed at those hands. So all the hands sitting there actually hit them and let it go out and hit the antenna. Really, really smart play.
Yeah, you can use the hands. Everybody seems to be afraid sometimes to do that. Seidler again sets it up over on the right side. It'll be attacked by Reed. Doug, it'll be free-balled over by the Tigers. Seidler to Olsen. They'll come back to Acton on the right side. She's going to swing and hits that one deep, and the Tigers have regained the lead as they lead it now by a score of 9-8. Jeff, Acton seems to be hitting deep a lot right now.
Yeah, she's hitting away behind her head, but they follow rule number one. Don't let the ball hit the ground. They're really getting after it. I like that with Tigers.
Acton on the serve receive. They'll send it over to Reed. Dug nicely by puck over to Wittrock. Ayala off the left. That'll be tipped across. Dug up into the air by Seidler. Olsen comes over to the right side. Anderson with a swing. Dug by Aiden. Puck over to Hosenfeld right side. Goes deep. Popped up into the air that time by Breeding. They'll go back to Breeding out of the back row, and that's going to be off of Caitlin Aiden. That's a good swing out of the back row. We're tied here at 9-9. Jeff, right now this has been very evenly played.
Yeah, deep right corner. Nice spot there. And you know, I talked to Riley earlier. I said, Riley, what's rule number one? She goes, they know it. Don't let the ball hit the ground without effort. That's the big thing. Just don't let the ball go. Get it up in the air and let somebody else make the mistake.
Ella Hall has checked in. She'll serve for Winterset. Comes back middle. Played up by Aiden. Now off to puck. Left side, Ayala. Big swing off of Hall. Played up to Seidler. And now free balled over by Acton. Aiden out of the back middle. The puck goes middle set to Cook. Tipped over towards that right front. Hall got it now over to Reed. That is going to be an attack. Dug by Aiden. Free balled over now by Puck. Olsen to Seidler. Left side Acton. Big swing, and that is going to be a tool. And that time, Jeff, she swung into the hands.
Yeah, she did. And Cook was just a little bit back, half a step back from the net. Didn't press her hands. But, again, that's what happens when you keep hearing Jeff saying free ball. They're bringing it back fast. You can't keep free balling. You got to hit it hard.
Winterset up 10-9. Hall with the serve. Played by Aiden back right over to Puck. Now off it to Cook off the right side. Dug off with a touch by Hall. They'll go to Acton left side. Cross court. Nice dig that time by Wittrock up to Puck. Left side Ayala. Touch to the net. Dug by Olsen. Seidler comes left side again to Acton. Roll shot down the right side. Touched by Puck. And Jeff, that's one where Aiden, I think, needs to holler at her, let her know. I think she had that one covered, but Puck jumped and got a piece of it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm never going to fault a lady making an athletic play. The ball's there. She's trying to keep it in the air. That's one of those you just, it is what it is. You got to touch. Just give it to them. Let's hit the ball hard now.
11-9 to score in favor of Winterset. Aiden on the serve, received to Puck. Left side, Ayala. Big swing down the line, and that's going to drop in. Annalie Ayala going to pick up her second kill. Puck with her fifth assist. Tigers down by one now at 11-10.
Again, that's what happens when you keep attacking. They got away from that a little bit. You heard a lot of free balls, a lot of pushing, a lot of tipping and rolling, and now that they're hitting again, it looks better.
Drake back in now. She'll check in for Hosenfeld. She'll serve. Olsen will free ball it to the donut. Played by Cook to Puck. They'll come left side, Ayala again. That is going to be through the hands.
That's
and
two.
We're going to get two touches.
Lift.
We're going to call a lift.
You had about three choices there.
Yep.
So.
Joy Gross, our up official here tonight. Tigers have tied this one back up at 11-11. Ayala picking up another kill there. Served by Drake, deep, played by Olsen, tracked down by Hall.
And now you got to use
this.
And
now Anderson will free ball it across. Drake over to Puck, now to Cook off the right side. Popped up into the air by Breeding, and that one up into the net. And the Tigers have regained the lead here at 12-11, our fifth lead change in this first set.
Nice job of using that free ball to their point. That's a nice turnover.
Aubrey Drake again to serve it away. Goes deep right. Played up into the air that time by Breeding. They'll come over to the right side to Acton. Tries to go cross court out of the right. Sails it long. And Carroll Back up by 2. That matches their largest lead here in this set. Winterset's largest lead has been 1.
You're getting into Carroll's better rotations here that seem to score a lot of the points. We'll see if
all
they
on the serve receive. They work it now to Acton off the right side. Drops towards the donut. Dug by Drake. Over to Puck. Now to Ayala. Touch to the net. Back up in the air, and that's going to be a lift on Breeding. So the Carroll Tigers now up 14-11.
These are the rotations that Carroll scored all the points on earlier, so we'll see if they can keep pushing here. It could be a combination of the two on the other side as well.
Drake serve on the way. Played that time by Olsen. They work it to Acton left side, and that is going to be off of Cook on the touch. Puck will free ball it across. Breeding over to Steidler. They'll run the slide to Reed. That's Doug Mack middle by Aiden. Over to Puck. Left side Ayala. Back row. Popped up into the air by Acton. They work it left side. Breeding with a big swing, and that is going to be off the Tigers, off of Puck, and then Aiden. 14-12. Tigers with a 2-point lead. Winterset will serve. Is coming in as Callie Welsh.
She has a nice swing down line. Not a lot of girls can make that swing as hard as she does down line and get it to about the 10-foot line. So they got to be aware of that when she's hitting it.
Welsh to serve. Deep one played in the middle by Aiden. Over to Puck. They run the slide to Cook. That one into the net. Jeff, not an easy play to execute, but if you can make it work, man, it's fun.
It is. That was a little slower. Wasn't quite set high enough, and she just needs to do something with it afterwards. It's not hitting the net, but it's okay.
Welsh with the serve, played by Aiden. Tracked down by Whitrock, and now Ayala will free ball it deep. Welsh to Breeding, or to Seidler, now over to the right side. That is Breeding. Touch the net. Drake gets it over to Whitrock. Now to Puck, and that's going to be 4 touches on the Carroll Tigers. A 3-0 run by Winterset. They've tied it now. That's our 7th tie here in the set.
Carroll's got to extend their hands over the net on that block. They're straight up and down.
Welsh on the serve. Dug again on the serve. Received by Aiden. Over to Cook. Pushed across, and we're going to get a lift. Going to go on the Carroll Tigers. And Winterset with a 4-0 run, Jeff, has grabbed the lead. 6 lead changes in this first set.
Yeah, when you're setting to Chloe, you got to remember she can jump, so you got to try to get it higher than she can reach. Because right now she's having to lift the ball up to get it over.
A serve by Winterset. The lead is 16-14. I know Coach thinking about a timeout, talking with some of her assistants on the bench on what maybe she should do. Serve coming up again by Welsh. That'll be played by Drake. Serve receive up to Puck. Left side Ayala. Big swing. That's going to sail long. No touch. 17-14. And Jeff, I'm guessing
I think
one
I'd take a
more
timeout
point.
here. No, I think I'd take it here.
I would too, but looks like they're holding on here for a second. Welsh with the serve, played by Drake. Now over to Puck, left side Ayala. Big swing, and that's going to be the tool for Annalie Ayala. Her 4th kill of the night. The Tigers back on the board. Down now 17-15.
The only reason I was going to take a timeout there, even when they got to Ayala, they struggled with it. So just settle the team down a little bit. Remember your fundamentals and keep going.
Whitrock with the serve. Back deep, played by Welsh in the right. Up to Seidler. Right side set to Reed. That'll sail long. And the Tigers with 2 straight. Right back into this one as they trail it here 17-16 late in this first set.
And Winterset struggles when you hit that deep serve at them. You keep them out of system. They really are struggling right now.
Serve on the way to Whitrock. Played up into the air that time. Seidler tips to the donut and drops it in. Heady play that time, Jeff, by the setter. We hadn't seen a setter dump yet. That was the first one, and she used her left hand.
Yeah, it was very impressive. Right to the donut, and everybody stood there and looked at it.
Looked a little like Bergen Riley on that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Reed with the serve. Played by Aiden up to Puck. She tries to answer. Welsh with a dig to Seidler. Over to the right side to Acton. Tipped across. Dug by Drake. Ayala now on the left, and Ayala finds the right open and drops it in. 18-17, Carroll trails.
She actually peeked at that before she tipped it. She had everybody going right, so she went back to her left a little bit and dropped it right in that spot. Nice play.
A heady player. 2 older sisters, Vanessa and Josie, that were both outstanding players.
Yeah, and she's been good all along. She's just always been ornery to me. I don't know why.
She'll check out. Short figure will check in to serve. She'll go deep and sails that one long.
Okay, now I have a problem with it. It's early in the match, not so much. You're coming in, you have to make that serve. You're down by 2. You got to get a run going.
19-17 now. Heading back to serve is Seidler.
There's certain times you can be aggressive, and there's certain times you have to make sure you get one in.
Serve received by Drake. Mack left. Now over to Puck. Left side to Aiden. Big swing. And that is going to be a kill. Got it off of a Welsh in the back row. Caitlin Aiden with her second kill here tonight. And the Tigers back within one at 19-18.
Yeah, and you got Wardell up there, too. So you got a lot of weapons here that they have to honor.
Emily Puckmack to serve. Serve on the way. Played back right that time up by Breeding. They'll come back to Breeding off the right side. Tipped across, popped up by Wardell. Now to Whitrock. Free balls it across. Olsen sets it up left side to Acton. Touch of the net. That's going to drop in. And Winterset just maintaining that lead here as they're up 20-18.
Yeah, nice attempt there at the net from Wardell. She touched the ball, but it ricochets off. And once it touches the hands, it's anybody's guess where it's going to go. You just have to scramble for it.
Zoe Breeding will go back to serve for Winterset. Deep serve played by Aiden Puck. To Wardell in the middle. Big swing, going to miss wide. And it's now 21-18. Might be a thought, and there's going to be the timeout. Timeout called by Riley Ludwig and the Carroll Tigers. They're down 3 here in set 1. We're back in 30 seconds on a kick 106.7.
Outlaw Graphics is your local promotion and sign company. Outlaw can do it all, from vehicle graphics to promotional items and all the signage you need. Outlaw does it all, no matter how big or how small your order is. If you need thousands of items for your business, talk to Outlaw. Work with Outlaw's designers from start to finish. You're going to love the results. Call the Outlaw. Outlaw Graphics, 775-2599. Outlaw Graphics in Carroll.
Gatorade broadcast booth distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. We've got our Motor Inn Player of the Game coming up in the postgame as well. Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota and Chevy dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. Jeff Blankman along with Jeff Honnold up here with you tonight. We're at Carroll High School, home opener for the Tigers. Carroll coming in 5-1 on the year. First Raccoon River Conference matchup, down 21-18 right now. Puck able to tip it across on the second ball. Seidler will set up Acton off the left side. Dug it down the dive by Schwertfeger. Tipped over by Wardell, and now we're going to get a lift. Going to go against Winterset. That'll make it 21-19.
She's just not as fast as me. She's getting a little older. It's slowing her down a little bit. But, that one, the girl grabbed it and was kind of bringing it back forward. So that's something I would do. So I know that's illegal.
Wardell now to serve. Back middle played by Olsen up to Seidler into the middle to Breeding. Touch to the net, but that's going to be off of then Schwertfeger in the back row. It's going to be 22-19.
That's base. So she did not move back. If she'd have moved back to where she was supposed to be and coach told her that, you'd have been right to her. But she's playing up tight, trying to cover that donut, and that's not her spot. She needs to be deep and get those corners.
Heading in to serve now for Winterset is Olsen. They go to Puck over to the right side to Aiden. Block back up by Puck, and then Schwertfeger into the net on the third ball. And Winterset up by 4. That's their largest lead here at 23-19.
I think that tip was going out. I wasn't right there, but it sure looked like it was going to carry him out. But I'd rather have him play it than not.
And then not. Schwertfeger on the serve receive, tracked down by Puck. Aiden out of the back row. We'll push across. Olsen on the dig over to Seidler. Right side it comes to Cochran. Dug by Schwertfeger. Puck tries to track it down, and that one ends up on the Winterset side of the net. That's not a play you can make. It's 24-19 and set point right now for the Huskies.
Carroll's really got to work on their passing. It's letting them down here in the last few points.
Serve again here by Olsen. Goes it deep, played up by Whitrock. Now over to Puck, right side to Aiden. Big swing, block, pop back up by Aiden. Puck over to the left side. Hosenfeld has it blocked by Cochran. Back over to Winterset. Seidler to Olsen. She'll bump set it. Back row attack. And that is going to stay along off of Breeding. And the Tigers stave off a set point here, down 24-20. And Jeff, it's been a while. I keep track of who scores and how they're scoring. Carroll hasn't scored on a point of their own offensively since Caitlin Aiden made it 19-18.
Yeah, they've gone into that prevent mode, and it's not been working out well for them.
Serve off of the Reed with the free ball. Puck over to Ayala. Blocked. And that is going to do it as it comes back down on the Carroll side. And Winterset going to win set 1 here tonight. They'll win it 25-20. Jeff and I will step away. We'll take a break. Back with more Carroll Tiger volleyball coming up for you right after this quick timeout on Kick 106.7.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together because, like all teams, together, everyone achieves more. We all enjoy a snack and a drink when cheering for our favorite team. When finished, be a team player. Put your bottles and cans in the recycle bin and your empty food packaging in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how to be part of the recycle team. Because together, we're stronger. We're Carroll County Solid Waste, wishing our area athletes a safe and successful sports season.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency. Call 712-792-1262 or stop by 412 Highway 30 today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Earning college credit while in high school is a smart choice. Area high school students have several college class options available to them through the DMAC-Carroll campus and Templeton Regional Center. Students, contact your high school counselor today to talk about how DMAC college credit can be part of your high school plan at no cost to you. DMAC, life's calling.
From the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes feel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blackman, Jeff Honnold with you. And Jeff, 7 ties, 6 lead changes in that first set, but Winterset closes this one out on a nice little run. They outscored the Tigers 8-4 over the last about 12 points of this one. They pull out a 25-20 victory. What changed? Carroll got less aggressive, struggled on serve receive. To me, what did you see?
Passing. You had your setter running all over, whether it was in the scramble mode, trying to get a dig, or if you're in serve receive or what have you, the setter was not able to. What I saw on the passing side of it, the feet were never set. Constantly moving, which if your feet are moving, the ball's going to go usually the direction your feet are going. So settle down, get your feet planted, get nice passes up. When Carroll was aggressive and when they were hitting, they actually were controlling the match. So you got to get back into that controlling the match side of it.
Tigers will start things off with the serve. Wittrock dug in the back row that time by Reed. Tipped over now, and that is going to be out of bounds, and the Tigers will take the lead here. 1-0 here in set number 2.
Hit the antenna.
Yes, it did. Wittrock again with the serve for Carroll. Joy Gross, the up official, gives her the okay. Dug in the back right by Welsh, up to Seidler. Left side, big swing that time for Breeding, and that is going to be a touch and a tool, and we are tied at 1 apiece.
That's the other thing I think Carroll needs to work on is they're really not pressing their hands over. They're getting their hands straight up and down, and that just causes the ball to fall on your side of the net. You got to press it over the other side.
Reed back now to serve for Winterset down the line, played by Aiden. Puck comes to Wardell in the middle. She'll go back left, played by Welsh. Tracked down by Hall. And now Welsh will free ball it across. Can the Tigers take advantage? Aiden to puck over the left side. Ayala, big swing, and that is going to sail long. And the point for Winterset, our first lead change in this second set, and they lead it by a score of 2-1.
That was a better job of trying to convert that one.
Reed again with the serve. Played by Aiden up to puck. Nice serve received to Wardell in the middle, but again, not high enough, it looked like, Jeff.
Yeah.
Either that or timing off.
No, it's not.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody thinks the quick has to be short. I don't care how high. It just has to be fast.
Yep.
If my girl could jump and go get it, I don't care. Just make it high enough so she can hit it. It doesn't have to be quick and short.
3-1 right now in favor of Winterset, but Reed going to serve that one out of bounds into the Carroll bench. That'll get the Tigers back on the board as they trail it here now by a score of 3-2.
I was watching some college volleyball over the weekend, and that's the one thing you notice in those middles. A quick attack doesn't mean low and fast. It just means it gets up in the air and out to them and up fast. Let them go get it and hit over top.
Big win for Minnesota, knocking off number 1 Texas.
And they look good.
Breeding out of the left side with the attack. Dug by Schwertfeger, tipped over by Puck. Dug by Olsen. Seidler goes left side again to Breeding deep, and that's going to drop in. Dropped it in that back right. Schwertfeger trying to get over to that one, just couldn't get there in time. 4-2 now in favor of the Huskies.
The middle backs are playing up too far. You got to play deep. You got to go corner to corner. So you got to stay deep and watch that.
Seidler heads back to serve for the Huskies, and this is a very young Husky ball club. Serve received by Whitrock over to Puck into the middle to Wardell. Popped up by Seidler. Welsh now bump sets it over at Cochran. She'll free ball it deep and drops that one in. And the lead now is 5-2, and the Huskies, Jeff, playing with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, and I keep watching the middle back. They're cheating up. They're thinking they have to cover that donut, and then they just tip it to the back corner. So you've got to stay deep so you can get those.
Seidler again will serve it away for the Huskies. Comes back right, played by Schwertfeger. Puck sets it up for Aiden. Touched at the net. That'll drop in, but Aiden comes into the net after landing. And it's now 6-2. Jeff, a lot of momentum there. How does she stop herself?
You can't. I mean, you try to turn sideways, but that ball was set tight. She went up there and took a big swing on a tight one. It's almost impossible.
Seidler again will serve it away. Played off as Schwertfeger. That is going to be an ace serve, and the lead is 7-2. Tigers may need a timeout here. And Coach Ludwig goes up, and there it is. Timeout on the floor for the Carroll Tigers. They're down 1-0. Trailing set 2, 7-2. We're back in 30 seconds here on a Kick 106.7.
Napa is your trusted source for automotive parts, accessories, and know-how for your car, truck, SUV, and farm equipment. We offer a complete performance machine shop, extensive tool and equipment department, and hydraulic hoses while you wait. So whether it's a replacement part for your daily driver, or you are just in need for a professional machine shop, you can trust your locally owned and operated Napa store. Make it a point to stop in and see the pros. Napa, Highway 30 West in Carroll. Napa, we are so much more than a parts store.
Jeff Langman, Jeff Honnold with you here at Carroll High School. Tigers with their home opener here tonight. Jeff, a nice crowd on hand here tonight for the Carroll Tigers. Pretty much the section down in front of us. I would say 85-90% full. There's a few people over on the other side as well. The Tiger home crowd has kind of moved in away from that section across from us to the left to kind of right down in front of us over the years.
Yeah, it used to always be the teachers down here in front of you, and they kind of moved that around a little bit.
Swing by Aiden, and Caitlin going to drop one in out of the left, her third kill of the night. And the Tigers on the board down now 7-3.
Yeah, and I think you realizing now it's just going to have to feed that hot hand. If she's hot, whoever's scoring right now, get those points and get it running up there.
Jeff Storyhan in the house tonight. He shot some of the Kemper-Ames matchup earlier tonight. He's shooting this one as well for us. It'll go up on the CB Sports Network Facebook page, website, as well as the Mackey Motors Facebook page. As Mackey Motors, the sponsor of that, we get a lift on Winterset. Tigers now down 7-4 as Emily Puck again will head back to serve. Good student section for the Tigers in hand here tonight as well. Serve again by Puck down the line, played by Welsh. Seidler comes left side to Cochran, and that one into the net. And that is going to make it now 7-5. Jeff, just a freshman in the young Cochran girl over there.
Yeah, and you think about what Carroll's doing now. Their passes are better. They're serving aggressively. They're hitting strong. It's changing that momentum.
Puck again with a short float. It'll be taken that time by Welsh. Cochran has it blocked, and that is going to be a big block from Wardell and Hosenfeld, and the Tigers out of the timeout with 4 straight. Trail it now by a score of 7-6, serving to tie it up.
Yeah, and I usually call timeout here. I like to still have my lead on the board when I stop this momentum.
Puck again with the serve. That one is deep, played by Olsen. Seidler comes right side, a big swing on the cross. And Breeding, the 5'9 senior, picks up the kill, and it's 8-6.
Not sure what she was doing. I don't know if she got fooled. She had her hands kind of blocking her face rather than trying to lift it. I'm not sure what that passing position was, but it doesn't work that way. Out
with the serve, and that's going to sail long. Carroll back within 1 here at 8-7. And the Tigers will put Amanda Wardell back at the service line. And Jeff, one of the rare kids that serves right out of the middle of the floor.
Yeah, it depends on where your defensive position. We always told them we didn't care where you serve.
Breathing on the serve receive, tracked down by Olsen. Acton will free ball it across. Short figure now to Puck. Left side to Aiden. Free balls that one across, but it's going to drop in. Touched on the other side of the net, but Winterset unable to get that one across. Jeff, she started going in. That ball set was outside. She did a nice job just touching it over.
Just touching almost a set. Just kind of touch over.
8-8. Serve received that time by Breeding. They'll come over to Cochran. Cross court set played by Puck. Now to Wardell. Again. Free ball to cross by. Olsen gets it back over now to Cochran. Goes deep. Sails it long. And the Tigers have grabbed the lead back here at 9-8.
The reason Aiden got away with it the first time is she's been hitting the ball so hard that she naturally has them dropping back when the ball's coming to her. Now we do it second time, they're already waiting for that. So you got to go back to swinging. It's kind of like that change up with that pitcher. You got to keep hitting the fastballs.
Short serve by Wardell. That's going to be off of Winterset. Drop in for an ace. Wardell with her first ace. Second ace of the night for the Tigers. And Jeff Carroll on a nice run here after the timeout.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You're serving well. You're doing everything right. Just keep it going now.
Serve again deep, played by Olsen. Tracked down by Acton. Cochran will free ball it deep, and that's going to sail long. 11-8 Carroll. And Winterset, I think, now going to take a timeout, or should. Yes.
Should.
Surprised that they're not. They were up at 1.86, so Carroll on a 5-0 run. Wardell again will serve it away. The serve that time low and into the net. I will say, Jeff, every time you and I say a coach should call a timeout, the other team scores.
Doesn't mean when they're wrong.
I know.
But, that's okay. That was an aggressive serve. She's been serving aggressively. It's those ones where you're behind and you need a nice little easy in that's wrong.
Olsen serve played by Aiden on the right side. Now to Puck. Wittrock will free ball it across. They go into the middle that time to Reed. Tipped across, and it was touched by Cook. But it'll drop in. And Winterset back on the board, down now by a score of 10-11.
Chloe's doing a nice job of getting touches on it. She's just got to get her hands to the other side of the net, and then she's going to be dangerous.
Olsen with a deep serve, played by Wittrock. Good serve received to Puck, over to Hosens on one side, tipped across, popped up by side there to Olsen. They'll go to Acton off the left, at free balls it, played by Puck, left back or right back now over to Aiden, tipped across again, battle at the net, tipped down by Cook, played up by Olsen, dumped across by Reed. And Winterset has responded to the Carroll run with a run of their own. They've tied it at 4, our third tie here in this set.
Tigers are not going to win the tip ball. They have got to stay aggressive, and they've gotten into that soft mode again. You got to put swings on it.
Served by Olsen, played by Wittrock. That's going to be an ace serve for Olsen, her first and the team's third, and Winterset back on top here, 13-12. Our third lead change in this second set. Olsen again, Jeff, and Olsen's been probably their most consistent server.
Yeah, she's really aggressive with it.
Hosenfeld has it blocked, tried to pop it back up into the air. 14-12 now in favor of Winterset. And Jeff,
Carroll's got to make a good pass. Right now you have to, no more of this popping in the air. Make a good pass, get your setter going.
Serve again by Olsen, played up by Aiden, now off to Puck. Back over to Aiden, free balls it across, played up by Acton, the Seidler, right side to Cochran. Cross court, dug by Puck. Popped up by Aiden on the set to Cook in the middle, tipped over to Olsen. Seidler goes left side to Acton, big swing, touched at the net, dug by Schwartzfeger. Over now to Puck, free balled over by Aiden, and that's going to drop wide. And it's now 15-12. And
they're able to hit from the ground right now. They're tipping, they're rolling, they're doing everything soft. They're afraid to make a mistake. Take a swing. Take a swing. If you're going to lose swinging.
Riley's got one timeout left, Jeff. Does she take it here, or do you just make a sub to try and change things up?
I'm holding right now. You're so close.
Acton will push deep, played by Schwartzfeger. Over now to Puck, left side. Aiden goes deep. That's going to sail long.
No, you got to take it. Your girls are rattled right now. Let's see what their reaction is coming out. No, I think I'm waiting. They look okay. Just got to have a good swing. Aiden looks like she's got it.
15-11 now. Serve on the way by Olsen, played up by Aiden, over to Puck. Into Cook in the middle, tipped deep, played by Breeding to Seidler. They'll go back to Breeding out of the back row deep. That's going to sail long. And the Tigers on the board, down now by a score of 15-12.
Just got to keep working with these young Tigers, making sure they understand they got to take swings. You know, everybody's afraid to make a mistake, and they don't understand that's the mistake. You know, the mistake is being timid. Go ahead and fire. If you're going to lose swinging hard.
Serve on the way by Aiden. Played up into the air that time by Acton. Breeding out of the back row. Free balled over by Reed. Played by Cook. Over to Puck. Left side, Ayala. Big swing block. And is that going to drop in? It will drop in on the Carroll side, so that'll be a block. And Winterset leads it here 16-12.
Need to aim higher on those fingers. Higher on the fingers. You hit those right on the palms.
Or go off the side. Try to
they triple block there.
Okay.
You're going to have to go fingers on that one.
All back into the game. She'll serve it away. Serve comes back middle. Played by Aiden. Puck again behind the 10-foot line to Hosenfeld. Out of the right. Goes deep. Played up by Hall to Seidler. Now over to Acton. Touch to the net. Popped up by Puck. Wittrock bumps that left side. Ayala. Touch to the net. Dug by Olsen. Seidler comes over to Acton left side. Free ball to the donut. Dug by Ayala. Puck comes back to Ayala left side. Tipped across. Popped up by Hall. They'll come back to Acton left side. Block. And that is going to be a lift call or 4 touches. And the Tigers on the board down now 16-13. Hosenfeld checks out. Aubrey Drake going to check in. She'll head back to serve. Serve coming up for Drake. Short one. That's going to drop in for an ace for Aubrey Drake, the 5'7" junior. The Tigers down now 16-14.
Now, Lonnie said they've been working on not hitting rainbows, so more aggressive, tight net serves.
Serve on the way. Low toss that time. That one into the net. That's going to make it 17-14 in favor of Winterset. Tigers need to get a stop here. Welsh goes back to serve. Plenty of time left. We played at 25. Winterset won the first set 25-20. Deep serve played by Aiden in the middle. Over to Puck. Left side, Ayala. Pushed and touched to the net. Dug by Hall. Seidler comes left side to Breeding. Big swing. Dug by Wittrock. Back left. Ayala over now to Puck. Off the right. That's going to be blocked by Breeding, but the Tigers able to free ball it over. Now another attack by Winterset. Out of the back row with Hall. She'll pick up the killers who is off of Carroll and out of bounds. It's 18-14 in favor of Winterset.
Smart first ball attack coming back over, and Carroll wasn't ready for it. You got to expect that ball to come back over, and they weren't. They were dropping back watching.
Welsh again to serve it away. And the serve played up by Drake. Now off to Puck. Right side to Cook, tipped across, played up into the air by Seidler. Hall will bump set. Olsen out of the back row, free balls it across. Drake back right to Puck. Back row attack for Aiden out of the middle, and Caitlin Aiden picks up her 5th kill of the night, 12 assists on the night. And the Tigers trail it now 18-15.
Nice pick that time. So now you got them, they're blocking at the net, so what do? You come off the net. So they're on their way down as you pound one through. A really nice play that time.
Harrison Wittrock back to serve for Carroll. Serve on the way. Played up by Hall, now to Seidler, left side Breeding. Big swing, dug by Aiden. Nice pass up to Puck, now to Wardell, tipped across, dug by Olsen, but her teammate that time, Breeding, had to fall over the top of her to try and get to that one as it was headed out of bounds. Tigers on the board down 18-16.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the tip, but that wasn't actually a good spot because they were bailing back. She's been hitting it hard, drops it just over the bottom right, and they got a touch on it, but like you said, they weren't able to handle it.
Welsh on the serve, received to Seidler. Over now to Reed, touch to the net. Dug by Aiden. Wittrock over to Ayala left side. Big swing, and that's going to stay along.
I'm okay with that, though. That's a swing.
Yep.
You know, your tipping and your rolling hasn't worked. You're trying to do a little deep shot. I'm okay with that shot in that situation.
Hit underneath it, though, is what I noticed.
Well, she was, that was a scramble ball. I mean, you're just trying to get that thing into play.
Reed now to serve. Serve on the way, and the good. She'll serve back right, played by Olsen. Up to Seidler. They'll go left side to Breeding. Block, pop back up by Seidler. Back over now to Breeding. Free balled over. Wittrock to Puck. Left side, Aiden. Big swing. Cross court. Drops in for Caitlin Aiden. She now leads the team, Jeff, unofficially with 6 kills there on the night.
Yeah, and the
passing back in by 1.
Passing has gotten a lot better. The serving's been aggressive, keeping Winterset off balance a little bit, and the passing has really, really worked out.
Short figure with the serve. That'll go deep. Nice. Drops in for an ace. Really nice serve that time. her second ace of the night. We're tied here at 19.
Yeah, a little floater that was in the gap and kept working its way left in between the girls. Really messed with them.
Schwertfeger serving to give the Tigers the lead. Played by Welsh. That'll be an overpass. Aiden with the kill. Her 7th of the night. The Tigers lead it here 20-19.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I know who taught that one. That has Lonnie Miller written all over it.
Tigers up. Timeout by Winterset. We'll step away back in 30 seconds here on 106.
When you need a quick meal or one on the go, your Carroll Pizza Ranch has great deals for carry-out and delivery. Order online and get 8 pizzas of Country's Best Chicken with potato wedges for only $20. How about 2 large pizzas for $25? Or get 2 medium single-topping pizzas, cheesy ranch sticks, and a cactus bread for just $20. Check out these deals and more at PizzaRanch.com today and order hot and fresh. Pizza Ranch, located off Highway 30 in Carroll, open 7 days a week.
Whoa, that's good.
From the Gatorade broadcast booth. And Jeff, I've been doing high school sports now for Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network 21 years. I don't think I've ever seen a game where Bill Badley's not sitting back here to my left like he is again tonight.
Yeah, he's working it over pretty tight.
Breeding on the serve receiver and the attack.
That
is going to be touched, free balled over. Welsh gets it to Seidler. They'll go back to Breeding left side. Touched again. And that time it's going to drop in for the Huskies. 20-20 yard score.
Great defensive setup for Carroll High. They were where they were supposed to be. Just an unfortunate touch at the net, and it's just scramble mode. That was still a really good spot.
5 ties now here in this set. 4 lead changes. Puck on the second ball. Drake has to free ball it across. Welsh to Seidler. Left side, Breeding blocked. Popped back up by Olsen. Breeding now free balls at deep left corner. Played by Whitrock to Puck. Left side, Aiden touched towards the donut. Played by Breeding over to Seidler. Back to Breeding, and that is going to be off of Puck. And it'll drop in, and Winterset, out of the timeout with 2 straight, has taken the lead back. Our 5th lead change. They lead it here 21-20.
At that time, the set needs to be a little bit higher. We just got to get our hitters a chance to get up in the air and get those.
Seidler will go back to serve, goes back right, played by Schwertfeger over to Puck. Left side now to Aiden. Drops it across. Welsh, overpass, tipped down and hit down by Wardell. Now over to Carroll again, pushed across by Aiden. I'll explain here a moment. Back over to Breeding. Touched at the net. Now
4.
we're going to get 4. So I was wondering on that one. 21-21 our score. Jeff, here what happened a moment ago was Carroll tipped it down, and Winterset bumped it right back over to Wardell.
Actually, it hit her in the head.
Yes,
it hit her in the head,
right back over to Wardell.
Wardell was trying to then clear it off to the right, but didn't get it over the net. Got it to the setter, and then they had to keep scrambling. But it hit her so hard in the head that it came right back to her.
Emily Puck with the serve, played up into the air by Breeding. Seidler from out of bounds, goes back row attack from Breeding, touch to the net, dug by Aiden, over to Puck, back over to Aiden, big swing, dug by Welsh in the back row, up to Seidler, dump to the donut on the second ball, and Jeff, she did that late in that first set and picked up a point. She's a pretty heady setter the way it looks.
Well, the Carroll outsides are playing too far out. The ball isn't coming across court that hard. So she's very smart about it. She knows that they're outside, that middle's open. You just dump it into it. Yeah, a good play.
Breeding to serve. Serve played by Whitrock up to the net. Puck trying to dig it out of there, able to keep it alive, but that ball goes backwards. The Tigers not able to track it down. It's 23-21 Winterset, and the Carroll Tigers take their final timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here. What do you think this Carroll staff, led by head coach Riley Ludwig, telling the girls right now?
Got to get the passes in. Get a nice pass up setters. You got to stop your feet, make a good set, and then hitters let her go. It's pretty simple. It's an easy game. It sounds easier than it is, but get your feet stopped, make a good pass, get your feet stopped, make a good set, and then hitters take a swing at it.
What do you anticipate Winterset's going to do?
They're going to be aggressive on that serve like they've been all night. They're going to try to pick a gap, hit it hard into that gap, so it's going to make it difficult to get that pass up there. So be ready for that in case the set's off. Make sure you get that set high and let somebody make an adjusted swing off it. Don't try to lead your headers with your set. Try to get that set out there and let your hitters make the choice.
Jeff, want to give a huge congratulations and a shout-out. Peyton Chernan, winless a year ago. They've started 2-0. They go down to Orient-Maxburg tonight, pick up a 3-0 sweep. They're 6-0 in sets, 2-0 in matches. Congratulations to Michaela Spar and that Rocket Ball Club. Puck sets it up in the middle. Wardell blocks it backwards. Schwertfeger keeps it alive, and Hosenfeld unable to get that one across. And it's 24-21 set point here for Winterset.
Yeah, that time they got what they were looking for. Just unfortunate block in the middle. They anticipated the middle attack and blocked it.
Serve on the way by Breeding. Played up by Short Figure. And a puck right side to Aiden. Big swing. That's going to sail long. And Winterset has come to town. They've taken the first two sets here tonight as they win set 2 25-21. They win 25-20 in the first set, 25-21 in set 2. Jeff and I are back with more Carroll Tiger volleyball right after this on Kick 106.7.
Smithfield Foods is an American-based food company committed to producing high-quality, wholesome, and affordable food. They want you to join their team in Carroll. They are hiring general production individuals, and the starting pay is amazing at $19.55 per hour. You'll also get a generous benefits package. You'll get paid holidays, paid time off, medical, vision, dental insurance, and more. Visit smithfieldfoods.com/Carroll to apply online. Smithfield Foods, equal opportunity employer, including disability and veterans.
At Collins Aerospace, we believe in investing in our employees' future. That's why we are proud to offer our Employee Scholar Program. Whether you want to pursue a professional certificate or a degree related to the industry, we offer full tuition reimbursement and even paid study time. Our Employee Scholar Program is the perfect tool to help achieve the future you've been dreaming of. At Collins, we don't just want to offer you a job, we want to offer you a career and a future in aerospace. For details on the Collins Aerospace Employee Scholar Program, visit us at careers.rtx.com.
For over 50 years, Pringer's Lumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, third generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer's Lumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community, and when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer's Lumberland, Highway 30 West in Carroll.
Looking to boost your brand? Top Loft makes it easy with custom online stores for businesses, sports teams, and organizations. Enhance your brand's visibility with a tailor-made store showcasing your logo, colors, and designs. Enjoy endless customization options. Choose styles, colors, and add your unique touch to every product. Plus, their streamlined ordering system ensures a smooth experience for you and your customers. Elevate your brand with Top Loft in downtown Carroll or visit toploftclothing.com and start building your online store today.
We're coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Our Motor Inn player of the game coming up in the postgame tonight. Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota and Chevy dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. Jeff Blankman, Jeff Honda with you. The Carroll Tigers find themselves in a hole in their home opener down to Winterset 2-0, losing 25-20, 25-21. And Jeff, Tigers had chances late in both of these, but Winterset has looked like the more poised team in a way, closing that one out on a 6-1 run to win 25-21.
Yeah, it seems like they're getting stuck in a rotation, and I know they miss Rowe.
Yep.
You know, Olivia is a blocking phenomenon,
yep,
and hitting.
well.
And,
yep.
Yeah. So you understand a little bit of why you're not anticipating that going into today. But again, this team has been playing pretty well. A little bit of passing. I think there's some passing issues they need to work on here. I'd also like to see their free balls a little quicker up to the net so they can use that. But overall, pretty good night.
Ayala on the attack off the left, touch to the net. Seiler will set it up for Breeding. Played by Aiden up to puck. Back row attack for Aiden. That one into the net. And Winterset will grab the early lead here in set 3, 1-0. Keys for Carroll in this set. They've got to stave it off here and give themselves a chance.
Yeah, they're just going to have to make better passes. I think they can do that.
Drake on the serve receive. Puck now. Wittrock has to free ball it across to Reed up to Seiler. And now free ball it across by Winterset. Puck to Cook. They'll come left side to Ayala. She'll free ball it deep. Welch gets it up to Seidler. Over to the left side, it tipped across by Breeding, and that's going to drop in for the Huskies, and they lead it 2-0. And the Huskies playing right now with a ton of energy as they're up 2-0.
And that's what I'm seeing out of the back row. I'm watching that, but when those two hands go up in the air, I know it's going to be a tip. I have got to be sprinting forward, and they're still playing back like it's going to be hit. So just some minor things from kids that haven't gotten a ton of playing time.
All sets it over now to Breeding, tip to the donut. That's going to drop it in. And it's now a 3-0 lead for Winterset here in this third set. Vanessa Ayala in the house here tonight. Saw Josie coming in earlier tonight. Serve again by Welsh off the top of the net. Nice serve received that time by Ayala. Tipped over by Puck on the second ball. Now it jousted the net. Won by Winterset. Tigers free ball it over. Seidler comes over to Reed. She'll free ball it across. Drake to Puck. Left side Ayala. And that'll be a tool for Ayala. And Ayala, Jeff, had 5 kills in the first set, none in the second. Picks up an early one here in set 3.
Yeah, they did a great job of taking her out. They were triple blocking her and just said, you're not going to score. And now she's figuring out a way to tool off of that. So nice job.
Welsh on the serve, received to Seidler. Now over to Breeding. Roll shot over, played by Whitrock to Puck. Now to Wardell in the middle. Tip to the left front. Now it'll drop in for Wardell. And Wardell with her third kill of the night. And the Tigers now down 3-2. Harrison Whitrock again heading back to the service line. Appreciate everybody tuning in. I'll have ESAC Pocahontas volleyball on Thursday night. Triple header of football across our CB Sports Networks on Friday. The attack that time from Reed into the net. We're tied at 3.
Yeah, nice job. Now Carroll's just doing a nice job here of being aggressive with that serve. Again, that you can control a lot of your offense by just serving tough to the other side.
3-0 run by Carroll.
Nice.
Welsh on the serve receive. Played up by Hall. Now Olsen will free ball it across. Drake gets it off into the hands of Puck. Now to Wardell off the top of the net. Top back over by Seidler. Ayala to Puck. Back row attack for Aiden. Dug by Hall. Seidler will come left side. The attack from Breeding is going to drop in. And Winterset back up 1 at 4-3.
Yeah, so that one came from the free ball coming over, and it was not a very good pass going back up to the setter.
Yep.
And that just started the whole scramble. That's a softball coming over. That should be a dead perfect pass. My setter shouldn't move at all, so that's something they have to work on.
Reed to serve it away for Winterset. The serve, back middle, played by Whitrock. Tracked down that time by Puck. Free ball over by Whitrock. Hall to Seidler. They'll come left side again to Breeding. Dug and out of bounds off of Aiden. And it's a 5-3 Winterset lead. Riley Ludwig, still talking with her back row, Jeff.
Yeah, you got to watch the angle. Watch that hitter. She's looking to where that ball's going to go, so you need to go and kind of cheat that way.
Serve coming up here for Reed. Thanks to Jeff Storyhan in the house again, taking photos tonight. Long serve. And that is going to make it 5-4 as that one sails out of bounds.
I always like to help my back row players say, the hitters aren't that smart. They're going to show you where they're going to hit to. They're not that crafty most of the time. So if you see them, but their whole body is aiming one direction, start going there because that's where the ball's going. And if they beat you the other way, then you know what? Shake their hand and say, nice job.
Short figure on the serve. They'll set Breeding again, and that is going to be a tool through the block of Puck and Wardell. Winterset up now 6-4.
Just some minor things to work on, and no loss is a good loss, but I think they can learn a lot from this. Is that this Winterset team is a pretty decent team. Just some minor things you have to really work on to beat the really good teams.
Wardell with a nice attack in the middle. 6-5 now. Carroll trails it here.
The good news is you're playing with a good team. You played really well with a good team in Glenwood.
Yep.
It isn't going to take much to get to where you're playing with or being a ranked team yourself.
Yeah, they proved over the weekend with the wins over Trainer and Underwood and St. Albert and a close loss to Glenwood that they can certainly play with the top teams in the area. Puck again to serve. That one will go deep, played up by Olsen to Seidler. Now into the middle, tipped across, and Anderson will drop that one in. And Jeff, that one almost looked like she mishit it. And it just came off the fingertips, and those are tough ones to play.
Well, and then now you're not paying attention. So the setter's been dumping, but only when she's in the front row. She's in the back row now, and you're jumping on her to block her when she's setting. So now you're down to one block. So just the little things like that they aren't communicating with the net. They should be standing with the net. Tell me how many hitters are out. Nobody's talking and communicating how many hitters are out there or what's going on.
Back-to-back long serves by Winterset. And now Carroll Tigers respond with a long serve of their own. So it's 8-6 in favor of the Huskies. Just when I was going to say the Tigers had a chance to kind of get right back into it, they serve it long themselves.
Yeah, it's just tough.
Serve coming up here for Olsen. Played by Aiden back right, track now by Puck. Hosenfeld out of the left side. Free balls it to the donut. Popped up into the air by Acton. They'll come to Reed in the middle. Tip. And that's going to drop in off his Schwertfeger. And it's 9-6 now in favor of the Winterset. And the Huskies, Jeff, I would say that Breeding and Acton probably their two most active swingers.
Yep.
Everybody else is kind of a tip and dump girl.
Yeah, they got two active hitters, but they're doing a really nice job of getting that ball up the center so they can do the damage.
Puck to Aiden, free ball to Cross. Tigers now get the free ball back. Puck over to Wittrock, left side to Aiden. Big swing dug by Olsen. Very nice pass up to Seidler. Now to Acton, and she'll pick up the kill off the right side. 10-6 in favor of Winterset.
The other thing that Winterset's doing very smart is when they tip and they roll, they're tipping and rolling at the setter.
Yep.
And requiring that setter to play defense, and now all of a sudden you have to have somebody else set the ball. Carroll's going the other direction. If you're going to attack, if you're going to free ball over, free ball it at that setter. Make them go out and make somebody else be the setter.
Puck tips over on the second ball, played that time by Seidler. Olsen now over to the right side to Acton off the top of the net, dug by Hosenfeld. Puck over to the left side, Aiden out of the middle, fisted across, Seidler to Olsen. Back to Acton, show free ball left front, dug that time by Aiden over to Puck. They'll come back to Aiden off the top of the net, and that's going to be out of bounds off of Carroll. 11-6 now in favor of the Huskies.
Yeah, Carroll just is not able to get in system. I mean, make that pass and get everything running like it should be. They're just in scramble mode all night.
Yeah, you can really sense how maybe they're missing Rowe tonight.
I think so.
Serve is going to be wide. So a nice job by Caitlin Aiden getting to the line, Jeff, and knowing if that ball, she was there to play it if it was in.
Yeah, Caitlin's doing a nice job tonight, and you can't do it with one or two. You know, you got to have at least 3 or 4 girls going, and right now Carroll just can't get anything going.
Aiden on the serve. Dug up that time. Work it over to Reed left side. That one is going to be off of Aiden up into the basketball stanchion and then back down quickly. Wittrock dives for it, unable to come up with it. 12-7 Huskies with the lead here in the third set. They won the first set 25-20, took the second set 25-21. Serve coming up here for Hall, who has checked in for the Huskies. Wittrock and Aiden in the back row for the Tigers. Aiden on the serve receive. Nice one up to Puck. Now left side to Ayala. Goes cross court and deep and sails that one long. No touch. 13-7 in favor of the Huskies.
My least favorite shot. That high roll, try to catch that back line that you get 1 out of every 10 times, but the one time you do, you think it's cool. It's just a hard shot to make. Yep. I'd rather see you pound at the 10-foot line, hit it off their hands, do something like that, not that safe roll shot.
Hall played in the back row on the serve received by Aiden. They'll go to Hosenfeld off the right side. Dug up by Olsen. Seidler comes left side to Acton. Big swing off of a puck and out of bounds. And it's now 14-7 in favor of the Huskies. We're going to get a timeout called by the Carroll Tigers. We're back in 30 seconds here on that Kick 106.7.
Financial planning can be easy to avoid, but in these uncertain times, it should be your top priority. Now is the time to put Silverleaf Wealth Management on your team. Whether you want to plan for retirement, better manage your investment assets, or fund your kids' education, Silverleaf Wealth Management can help you discover, design, and implement a plan for pursuing your goals. Visit us online or schedule a consultation with me, Ann Slechta, today by calling or texting us at 712-775-2251. This is Silverleaf Wealth Management of Carroll, Iowa.
Mackey Motors tailgate coming up at the conclusion of this one. Carroll Tigers going to have to rally here in the third set. They're down 14-7. They trailed 2-0. Winterset winning the first set 25-20, took the second set 25-21. So the Tigers have got some work to do. Jeff, how do they turn it around?
Stop your feet, make good passes. That's the easiest way to do it.
Yep.
It's that simple. You got to make good passes.
Serve coming up here by Hall. Aiden up to Puck. Over to the right side now to Cook. Tipped across. Dug by Seidler to Olsen. They work it to Acton, and that's going to drop in for Acton. And a roll shot, Jeff, didn't go deep with it, but just behind the donut.
Well, and that's been the spot all night long, that Carroll stayed wide, and it hasn't pinched inside there, and they've done a really good job of attacking that spot.
15-7 right now. Serve on the way by Hall, played up by Aiden. Wittrock out of the back row, bump set for Ayala, cross court, a little bit wide, and the lead extended to 9 at 16-7.
That's where the block of Winterset is really messed with Carroll now. Ayala really got blocked hard in that second game, and so she's been doing a lot of adjusting, and so they're trying to hit around the block now rather than just pound through it.
Serve on the way, played by Aiden, up to Puck. Now to Cook. Big
There.
swing, and Chloe Cook gets the kill.
There.
The Tigers on the board, showing some emotion.
That's what we're looking for out of her. She's big enough and strong enough. That's what she needs to do. Yeah, that's, looking for that all night long. Just do it. And that's exactly what the coach is saying. Why aren't you doing that more? Just pound it. You're too strong not to hit it that hard.
16-8 as Aubrey Drake will head back to serve. Serve on the way, played by Olsen, up to Seidler. Left side Acton, touched at the net. Carroll gets it into the air as Puck go for it. Then Wittrock touched it, but can't get it playable. And the Huskies lead it here 17-8.
And that's where, when that block is up there, that back row's got to be coming forward, and
Yep.
they're just not. They're staying deep, and they're getting burned on that all night long.
Welsh with the serve, played by Drake. Puck now over to Ayala left side. Big swing, and there's a duel for Analia Ayala, and the Tigers trail it here 17-9.
There you go. Great pass, great set, and then you get a good swing out of it, and that's the good news. So
Cook will check out. Wardell will check in. Wittrock heads back to serve. Third set here tonight on Kick 106.7. Wittrock serve. Played by Hall in the back middle. They'll set Reed in the middle. Tipped across. Duggan popped over by the Tigers on the second ball. Breeding now on the attack from the right side. Touch played by Aiden. They'll come over to Ayala. Back-to-back kills for Analia Ayala. The Carroll Tigers poised to make a run.
that's the other thing. They allow that throw of the ball on a tip, and Carroll has never adopted it. I don't know why we can't get Carroll to do it, but that is the thing you need to be doing.
Serve on the way, played by Welsh, up to Seidler, dumped over again, played up that time by Ayala. Puck back over to Ayala, big swing, touched at the net, 3 straight for Analia Ayala. And the Carroll bench now has got some emotion.
Yeah, and this is what you like to see. There's a lot of fight. There's a lot of teams that have laid down and quit there. They're really fighting back now. So you'd like to see that part of it, and you're seeing the emotion of them fighting back.
Yeah, down 17-9. They were down by 9, actually, 17-8 late here in this third set. Breeding with a big swing, and that'll be kept alive by Wittrock, and then Puck. Aiden will free ball it towards the donut. Played by Olsen to Seidler. Middle set for Reed, tipped across, played by Puck. Now to Wittrock, over to Ayala. And that'll be cooled again by Analia Ayala. Tigers down 5 at 17-12. How long does Winterset go without calling a timeout to try and stop this run?
You got a ways here, but what a nice job at Analia, aiming high on those hands now. That's been a nice adjustment.
Welsh on the serve receive, over to Seidler. Now Reed out of the macro, free balls it across, played by Drake up to Puck, now to Wardell, touched to the net, popped up by Olsen. Breeding will get it over to Seidler, tipped it across, played by Puck to Wittrock. Now to Ayala again, another one, touched to the net, dug by Welsh, tipped over by Reed. And now we're going to get a point for the Carroll Tigers as Winterset unable to clear it at 17-13. Carroll with the point. Timeout taken by Winterset. We'll step away back in 30 seconds on Kick 106.7.
From footings to framing to finish, for farm, home, or commercial, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Tigers on a 5-0 run. Marison Wittrock back to serve. They trail it 17-13 in this third set, and that serve goes wide, and it's now 18-13. Jeff, that first serve coming out of a timeout.
Just get it in.
Just get it in.
Get it in. They're calling a timeout to break the momentum. Just get that one in and then be aggressive. Just get that one over. That's a fluff ball.
Reed to serve for the Huskies. Their lead back to 5. Comes back left, played by Aiden. Over to Puck. Now off to Wardell, and that one going to sail wide. And a good timeout that time by Coach Schultz from Winterset. They've come out of the timeout on a 2-row run, and they lead it here 19-13. Reed again back to serve. Serve on the way, played up by Aiden, I thought Wardell was going to maybe take the second ball. Didn't. And it's now 20-13 on the ace serve.
Energy's changed now.
Yep. All of a sudden, Carroll kind of looking a little concerned. Served by Reed, played by Drake. Puck. That's it, and that's going to be 2 touches on that set. And all of a sudden, it's now an 8-point lead again for Winterset, up 21-13. Carroll with 1 timeout left. We'll see if Coach Ludwig takes it. She talked to the down official, but does not take the timeout. Reed again coming up with the serve. Drake on the serve receive, off to Puck, right side Ayala. That one off the net, and that's going to be 4 touches. 22-13. It's a 9-point lead for the Huskies. Timeout called by the Carroll Tigers. Let's go ahead and keep it here. Jeff, Tigers got a lot of work to do. This one doesn't look good. You mentioned earlier you saw some good things. What are some of those positive things that you're going to take away from what looks like right now not a win for the Carroll Tigers?
Well, when we're in system, when Carroll's in system, they look really good. When they get that pass up to the setter doesn't have to move, they get the perfect pass, getting good kills out of that. So that part of it is good. What we got to do is get more of it. So we got to work on that back row passing. The other thing I really, really want to see a better job of is that free ball passing. When that ball comes over soft, I want my setter moving to her spot, and she should never move. That's an easy pass, and they're struggling with that tonight.
Reed to serve it away again for the Huskies. They'll serve back left. Nope, doesn't clear the net. Break for the Tigers. 22-14 now Winterset. Olsen will check in for Reed. Short figure checking in. She'll serve as Ayala will check out.
The other really good thing I've seen is Carroll's serving has been very aggressive. You've had some mistimed serves or what have you with some errors, but they're not fluffing them over. They're really, really drilling those serves over. I really like that.
Short figure with the serve played by Welsh over to Seidler. Left side Breeding, big swing, and again through the fingertips that time of Aubrey Drake. It's 23-14. Jeff, we've seen quite a few of them. That girl up by the 10-foot line trying to play that ball above the head, and it keeps coming through. Is there adjustment they can make?
No, that's self-preservation. Yeah, the block. I mean, you're either going to block line, so if they're blocking line, you have to know that's coming over. So I don't know which way they're blocking, cross or line, but you have to know that, and then at the net, you have to be able to adjust it.
Wardell attacks out of the middle. It's match point as that one sails long, 24-14.
So when I say that, so we're either having the girl thinking the girl's going to hit down line, so I'm going to block it, make her hit cross court. Most girls like cross court and don't like to hit down line. So these girls can hit that, so you just have to know that there's no block there.
Puck to Aiden, and Caitlin Aiden will extend it for the Carroll Tigers. She picks up a kill. And a good serve receiver sets it all up.
Yeah, you just everything about that was perfect, and you get an easy kill. So, and it's hard to do, but the passing isn't that far off. There's some minor things that they can adjust with, and Coach Lonnie knows those really well.
Serve by Puck. They'll work it right side to Breeding. Dug by short figure.
There you go. Oh,
Puck
no.
will free ball it deep. Plays back left corner. Welsh up to Seiler into the middle. Tipped across that time by Anderson. Dug that time by short figure. Aiden will tip it across. Dug by Seidler over to Cochran and touches it across, and that's going to be a tool off of Caitlin Aiden. And Winterset will win it here tonight in 3 over the Carroll Tigers. They win 25-20, 25-21, 25-15. We'll step away. Our Mackey Motors tailgate, we've got a player. And Coach Riley Ludwig set to join us next, right here on Kick 106.7.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
I'm Dr. Marie Johnson with St. Anthony. I'm excited to be offering comprehensive obstetrical and gynecologic services for women of all ages, including adolescents. My focus is on the importance of women's health care, preventive care, and maternal health. I also have valuable experience in fertility care, helping patients and couples achieve their pregnancy goals. I'm looking forward to being a part of the community, and I'm welcoming new patients.
Contact the St. Anthony Clinic at 792-2222. Always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Since 1925, Eco Water Systems has been proud to provide the Carroll area with the level of quality and service their customers deserve. Now, Dries Company could not be more excited to continue that tradition. That's right, Eco Water Systems is now Dries Company Eco Water Systems, combining two names you know and trust to provide you with the absolute best in your water needs. Dries Company Eco Water Systems. Call us today, 712-792-3434, or stop in and see us at 609 North Carroll Street. Let's solve your water issues together.
Hi, this is Michelle from Midwest Wholesale. Kitchen cabinets by Birch Manufacturing are built to inspire. We believe that every kitchen tells a story, which is why these cabinets align with your home's beauty. We offer a variety of different finishes, wood selections, along with accessories to create a customized style. And here at Midwest Wholesale, we've been designing cabinets for so many years and designed thousands of kitchens, bathrooms, and mudrooms in our area. Trust the experts with Kitchens Plus by Birch and Midwest Wholesale. How you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Thank you for calling Brinks Exteriors. This is Allie.
Hi, we recently had a tree fall on our house, and I'd like to get an estimate for roof damage.
Sure, we offer free on-site consultations for all our services.
Great. While I have you, could you refer me to someone who can replace the drafty window?
Brinks does windows too, with high-quality Energy Star products.
What if we'd like to replace our siding?
Brinks has you covered.
Gutters? Doors?
Our name says it all. Brinks Exteriors is your headquarters for all things exterior, from start to finish.
Call 712-ROOF-PRO or visit BrinksExteriors.com.
From bump, set, spike to the crack of the bat. At Motor Inn of Carroll, we love our high school sports. And we love the opportunity to support our local schools, athletes, coaches, and parents. Through the hard work of our kids, we get the enjoyment of watching and listening to their activities. Other life lessons, like teamwork and citizenship, help create outstanding young women and men we are so proud to sponsor. Good luck to all of our local sports teams. From Motor Inn of Carroll.
Mackey Motors and Tailgate brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running together. Let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City and MackeyMotors.com. And Jeff, I'm sure the Carroll Tiger locker room right now very disappointed. They played so well on Saturday down at Harlan. They come home for their home opener. They're missing Olivia Rowetter, who's a key cog. I think you have that emotion of your first home match and the nervousness. Played well sets 1 and set 2 until late. Winterset kind of went on a run late in each of those first 2 sets, and then set 3 kind of got away from them early, tried to rally back, but just didn't quite get her done.
Yeah, you look at it, and it's a 3-0 sweep, and it really bites. I mean, that really upsets you as player and coach, but if you look at it, the runs came from serving, and they were a very good serving team, very aggressive, very, very hard. But if you want to be a good team, you got to take those on. Yep. And right now, what I'm seeing is there's some feet moving on the passes, and I'm talking about all around the board. Whenever you make contact with that ball, your feet, you're basically from your hips to your toes, you have to be stopped. Every college coach I've ever talked to has preached that from hips to toes, stop. And get that pass, and same thing on setting. Get to where you got to be, but you got to, when you go to touch that ball, you have got to be frozen from hips down. And I think the Tigers are sloppy's not the right word. They're not following through. They're not moving a lot, but they're moving a little. Right. And in my world, that's a sloppy move, and it's just, but it's not really. I mean, you wouldn't notice it out here, but just the coaching eye in me says that's what I'm seeing. Very fixable. I mean, I'm talking 2 days of drills, and it's probably fixed. So they're not very far away from being a very, very, very good team.
And I'm wondering, I just said in the break, they played so well on Saturday. I'm wondering if the back row is different tonight on serve receive than maybe what they've been on Saturday.
Yeah, and again, we're going to go back. Winterset's a very good serving team, and a good serving teams make back rows look rough. And that's where you got to step up when they're that good. And you're not going to see a lot of serving teams. I'm guessing they didn't see a lot of teams serve that way to them. That was a really nice serving team, and Carroll is that same type of program where they're serving hard at them, right? And that's when they were making their runs as well. So you've got to be able to take those and do something with it. And the other thing I saw tonight that concerns me a little bit, which is an easy fix, is when they got those pushes, those free balls coming over, there wasn't a crisp pass right up to that setter. The setter was still moving a little bit, and then in my world, that you just can't have. And my setter, as soon as that ball's coming over, she better be running to the spot where I want her to be, and that ball better hit her on the head, or you're no longer my back row player. Because that's the easiest pass that you're ever going to get. It's a free ball over. You got an hour and a half to get underneath that ball. Get over there and make a perfect pass. So just a minor tweaks there, and I think this team is very, very good. I saw some great things out of them tonight. I see some really good swings. I see some really good passes. Sets were really good at times. Minor adjustments here, and I think, and sometimes it takes a loss like this, unfortunately, to wake you up. You got 5 wins over the weekend and feeling pretty good about yourself. Now all of a sudden you get kind of whopped upside your head, and well, wait a minute, maybe we're not quite as good as what we thought we were. So again, I think this Winterset team is going to be proved to be a better team than what they were a year ago, and I think you're going to see them do better things this year. This Carroll team, I think if they can make the adjustments, if they self-study that a little bit, I think you're going to see them make big improvements, and they're going to be a pretty good team all year long.
And time to announce our Motor Inn player of the game as we wait again on Coach Ludwig and one of the girls to come up and chat with us. Jeff, we talked about several different players.
Yeah.
Analia Ayala was in the discussion. Emily Puck finished with about 25, 26
really
assists
nice
tonight. And did a nice job having to run all over the place at times to make those sets. But Caitlin Aiden didn't lead them in kills, but was right there in the hunt for that. But I thought most consistent hitter for them throughout the entire match, and then had to play a lot in the back row and do a lot of serve receive and digging tonight as well.
Yeah, she played all the way around, and I think Ayala did a really good job tonight. They really figured out a way to shut her down in game 2. So she's going to have to figure out her way around that. And again, she's a young hitter.
And
she's
she did, I think, in that third set.
She did. Yep, that's what I'm saying. She's a young hitter. She's figuring that out. Aiden, being the senior, didn't really get, when she missed hit or whatever, she had, she hit one out to lose game 2. Match set, but that didn't deter her. She kept swinging, and that's what I like to see. And to me, that she was really the cog that kept them going when they got in those stall matches. So she was really somebody they really needed tonight, and I think she is the player of the game.
So again, it is Caitlin Aiden, our Motor Inn player of the game. Motor Inn of Carroll, again, your premier Toyota Chevy and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. And again, we're going to talk right now with Analia Ayala, that sophomore. Big first and third set for you here tonight. Had you unofficially with 10 kills. How did you feel like you and the girls played here tonight?
I think we came out a little nervous at first, and it kind of got off a little bit, but we started getting in our heads. But later on, we had a lot of good things happen during our play. We just need to put it all together.
How did you see them trying to block you, especially after a really strong first set, and then how did you tweak things as the match went on?
It was more of opening up and being behind everything, because I think it was we were just rushing things and kind of just going. So
take me through that run there in that third set. I think you had 3 kills in a row. You tooled all of them. We were impressed with the way you were using the hands tonight. You were aiming at the hands and using them. So kind of take me through what was going through your mind at that time.
I started seeing a little bit more of an opening in between the 2 hitters, where I could use the outside kind of inner hand, and it would shoot off if you swung really hard. So I started seeing that, and I started just swinging as hard as I can to use it.
How did they try to block you tonight? Were they taking line away cross, or did they kind of move things around on you?
They started off with line, and I started going cross a little bit, so then they started taking it and leaving a little bit more of an open space in between. Just needed to see it earlier.
Let's talk a little bit about Saturday. You go 5-1 down at the Harlan tournament. How fun was that? What did you girls take away from that you think you can use throughout the rest of the year?
I think a lot of confidence it was. Along with that, we could have gone in more confident, and we had so much fun over there because we were all working more as a team and not worrying about our mistakes and just moving on.
What do you take away from tonight with the loss that you think can help you through the rest of the conference schedule and any other non-conference games you have?
Not getting so down on ourselves and getting in our head and more focusing on what the next play and what we can fix.
Was that the conversation you girls were having in the locker room after this one?
Yes. More of making sure that we stay on top of things and not get so down and not show it and make sure we're always up.
Last year you saw some time as a freshman on the varsity, now as a sophomore. Mentally for you, how do you feel that you've grown and changed?
I think I got more I want to say confident in myself, because at first I was always so nervous and I was oh, if I mess up, I'm never going to see the court again. But as a sophomore, I just grew and saw oh, I'm really meant to be out here. There is a reason.
I tell you what, I know you're meant to be out here. You're a talented youngster, so appreciate you joining us here. Best of luck coming up the rest of the way.
Thank you.
You bet. Analia Ayala joining us here. We've got head coach Riley Ludwig. She's going to make her way over here to the post-game area, and we'll get Coach on the headsets with us here in just a moment. And, Coach, I know disappointed you come off that great tournament down in Harlan on Saturday. Played really well, I thought, sets 1 and 2. As I said when Jeff Honnold was on with me before you guys started coming up, they went on runs late in sets 1 and 2 to win, and then set 3 kind of got away from you early. But what do you take away from tonight?
We just got to come out and play our game every day. We can't just come in thinking we're going to win or it's going to be easy, but they worked hard. It just didn't come together when we needed it to.
Winterset served it well tonight. What do you take away from that? Because I thought at times some struggles maybe in passing tonight.
Yes. We'll be getting the serving machine out again, I think. But also we have to make sure we're serving aggressively, too. They're getting us out of system every third ball or whatever, but we got to make sure we're serving aggressively to do the same thing to them. I just don't think we were returning any of the things that they were doing to us. We were just kind of letting it happen.
How do you change that then? What's the mindset that the girls need to have?
Ball doesn't drop.
Yeah.
We got to get passes up there to run our offense. We got to work together and play as a team. Kind of looks like we were on 6 separate courts tonight, and we weren't playing together. We just got to come back together and make sure we're doing all the basics and being a team and encouraging each other and not just hoping somebody else gets it, but doing it ourselves.
The tough thing is there were some flashes tonight of outstanding volleyball. You get that serve, receive right up to Emily, and she gets the set, and we saw some really good swings. So you're really close, I think.
Yeah, really close. It's just every once in a while we just see those glimpses of, a rough pass here and there. We get in our heads a little bit, and we just got to be a little bit mentally stronger than what we were tonight.
You talked about you guys with the aggressive serve. What do you need to do on that? Because I thought at times you were, but probably not as aggressive consistently as Winterset tonight.
Right. I think we need to leave the net up and play on this longer court and get used to serving on here again. We practiced on it during the summer, but that was a couple months ago. And just hitting our spots, there's a couple times we completely missed our spots, and we're serving at the libero, who's going to get that pass up every time. And we just got to be a little bit smarter about what we're doing.
I know you won't make excuses, but I'll bring it up. Olivia Rowetter not here tonight. She's got to get feeling better. That's the important thing. But not having her tonight, different player for you guys in the middle. Changes that rotation, changes up what this team probably was a little bit tonight.
Yeah, her presence is just such a big deal for this team. She's a leader, a captain, just does everything right all the time, works hard, and just kind of brings a little bit of fire on the court. And not having that tonight, we need somebody else to step up, and nobody did. Nobody stepped into those shoes, which are hard to fill, but somebody could have done it.
Off the rest of the week.
Yes.
What are you looking at next week? You go ADM, I think, on Tuesday. I have a feeling you're going to work serve, receive, and a lot of other things probably this week, but what are you looking at with ADM?
Making sure we can control our side. I think there was a lot of unforced errors, and just they weren't doing anything special that we couldn't defend. So making sure that we get into our position, we play our defense, and pass the ball like we know how, and then we got to get those passes up there so we can run our offense. But starts with a pass, so lots of passing probably.
Well, Coach, as always, it's good to catch up with you. I wish it would have been after a win tonight for your first home match as the head coach for your alma mater, the Carroll Tigers. But I know there's an awful lot of wins to come. I know that is going to be a fact.
Yes. Started off good at the tournament this weekend, gave them some confidence, and we just got to get that back. It'll be good to let them rest. Olivia's not the only one sick. A couple of them played through it tonight because they could, but yeah, we'll be back.
Right, absolutely. Head coach again, Riley Ludwig, joining us again. We'll be stepping away. We'll be back to wrap things up coming up next right here on Now You Kick 106 points.
When it comes to sports injuries and pain, call the specialist at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning. Dr. Suppy and Dr. Janning work closely with area athletes and teams in providing effective treatment and rehabilitation of sports-related injuries. For optimal sports performance, call Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, 792-6026, or stop by their clinic at 1420 Highway 71 North in Carroll. Proud sponsors of all area teams.
Wrap up our coverage here tonight on Kick 106.7. Carroll Tigers again falling here tonight to the Winterset Huskies, losing 25-20, 25-21, and 25-15. I'll head back home. I'll get our banner put together. Again, Caitlin Aiden, our motor and player of the game, I'll get that posted tonight. And then we'll also get a recap story from tonight's matches. The Kemper matches, this Carroll match, and the Peyton Chernan win earlier tonight over at Maxburg. We'll get those up on the Brinks Exterior Sports Report again at sports.1380kcim.com. For my broadcast partner, Jeff Honnold, this is Jeff Blankman saying thank you for listening to Carroll Tiger Volleyball here tonight on Kick 106.7. Have a great night, everybody.